about this divorce, this breakup between LaToya Ali, or LaToya Forever, and her husband Adam. Okay, now I have been following LaToya forever. All right, but I don't really watch her videos. Like, I'm still subscribed to her, so her videos come up on my feed, but I very rarely watch her any longer. I watched her years ago. And not really regularly either, but yeah, I would watch her every now and then. Now, I didn't even really know nothing about their relationship. But I did remember once she got on to Real Housewives of Atlanta, I was like, oh yeah, that's a girl from Real YouTube, and yeah, this ought to be a good look for her. I mean, she's gonna be on TV, and I'm sure a lot of people who have like millions of subscribers like that, you know, their ultimate dream is to parlay that onto the big screen, so the silver screen. So I was like, good for her. Now, I didn't know all the shit that was going on. I don't really know much about her personality. You know, when she first came on Real Housewives of Atlanta, I just was like, I don't know if I'm gonna like this girl. She a little much, you know. And you guys are in my comments and saying that that's just kind of how she is. You know, she's very much, you know, an island girl, kind of in your face, you know, just crazy, fun, all of that. But, you know, she's gone from just crazy fun to something else, you know, on the show. We knew on the show that she was going through a divorce. Evidently, the story goes that she was going to actually be a housewife, but the husband put the brakes on it and spooked Bravo for whatever reason. We'll get to the whatever reason in a minute, but that was the story, that he had spooked Bravo. They were like, no, she's not going to be a housewife. She can just be a friend of the show. All right. But on the show, she was saying how she's got to, you know, getting a divorce and she's getting her life back, and, you know, she don't really care, you know, about the husband and whatever. Well, now, evidently, the husband and her, I didn't really know what we supposed to say about this, because at the end of the day, it is a relationship that has gone bad. A relationship that looks like they stayed together. Looks like they got together because they were always around each other, and that they saw what the other needed in each other. You know, he took care of her career. She was able to put out the content, and he was the business side of things and took care of all of that. And that relationship worked. Okay. And then because of the close proximity, they started a relationship, and not really sure if there was any love there, but it was just a convenience, and you're there and you're comfortable, and, you know, he seems to be a good provider. I mean, look what he's done for her career. And that kind of just seems like where the relationship went. Okay. Maybe he loved her more than she loved him, but that's kind of what it seems like. Now, it seems like even in the midst of them having problems, they kept on having babies. And, you guys know that children don't make anything better. And sometimes we don't learn that until we got too many of them, and, you know, shit is real bad. But it's a relationship that's gone bad, and it's too bad that they have now taken to social media to air their problems, I guess. So he went on to Tasha K's show and said some things. And LaToya was not happy about that. So she came out with 2 long videos where they're about 30 minutes each. And she just explained their relationship and basically why they're divorcing. Now, it was a fucking hour out of my life. And then I had to watch his video, and that was 30 minutes. This was 90 fucking minutes out of my life. And I was just like, I have learned way more than I ever wanted to know about LaToya and Adam. Okay. But yeah, I think she was kind of never really taking the relationship seriously, and kind of still out there and doing what she wanted to do. And I think that he was still trying to make it work. He said that he's always going to choose responsibility first. So like I said, it doesn't seem like there was any love there. It was just more so that this is what he committed to and this is what he's doing. Maybe the love could have grown if she would have complied and been a part of it. But, you know, she was still out there, kind of still living her life, still doing these things. She's getting bigger and bigger, more and more known. When she said she moved from Toronto to LA, I was just like, girl, LA can be a lot. LA can eat you alive. Don't let the smooth taste fool you. You know, if you in Hollywood and you trying to be out there, you know, you can very quickly get caught up in some shit that is not healthy for a relationship, not a family that's trying to make it, you know. And then moving to Atlanta, you know, so she's talking, she brings up a lot of things, accuses him of raping her, or, you know, basically saying that she felt like he got her really drunk, that they celebrated New Year's with some friends, and she was so drunk that she blacked out and she didn't even know if she had sex the next day. Okay, that's how fucked up and out of it she was. And then, you know, a little while later she turned up pregnant, and so she kind of implied that he raped her while she was asleep, you know, and that he did it on purpose because he was still trying to keep the relationship together. I mean, she kind of says a lot of things in there. There were things in there that, as far as he's concerned, were lies. He said he did not rape her, and, you know, that he didn't do this and he didn't do that. And he said that she's just one of those people who wants success at all costs, has no grip on reality. All she can think about is what social media thinks, what her fans think. You know, she is in that. She's in the throes of just trying to be everything that social media and her audience and all that wants, and to the point where she's sacrificed her family and, you know, her relationship with him and all this. So you watch the video, and like I said, it's really truly just a relationship that's gone bad. They gone back and forth a few times where they were going to work it out, then no, they're going to break up, and they're going to work it out, and they're going to break up, and all of this. And then, of course, you know, it gets worse when she starts seeing people, and, you know, you got kids and you're trying to move, and it's all typical. It's all typical. But like I said, because they have such a big fan base and a large following, you know, now everybody is all in their business. I just really think that it's unfortunate that this family, you know, not only has broken up, but, you know, has broken up so publicly, because they have kids, and these kids will, you know, the kids will see all this eventually. They'll know all of this, and kids don't need to know the ins and outs of a parent's breakup. Okay, they truly don't need to know that. So it's tough. It's tough. I know a lot of people who have really been upset with LaToya and feel like she's full of shit and that she's like made up a lot of things to make him look bad. I guess I would ask you guys, those of you who do watch her, follow her, know their relationship and know the dynamics of their relationship a little bit better. Like, what is it? I mean, do you guys believe her, or do you believe him, or is there a little mixture of both of them with the truth, or what? Charlotte's a wasp trying to come. I'm gonna move on, but you guys let me know what you think about the video, what you thought about both of their sides, what you believed. Y'all leave all that below. All right, you guys, so it seems that YG has had his album, his 2014 album, debut album, My Crazy Life. It was temporarily removed from all of the music streaming sites because of some anti-Asian lyrics on his song Meet the Flockers. Okay, evidently there is some talk on there about him telling people to scope out a neighborhood, find some Asian neighborhoods, break in their house and rob them because the Asians don't believe in bank accounts. All right. And evidently the Asian community has had a problem with these lyrics for a long time, but nothing was really done. But of course, with the recent attack on Asian Americans or Asians, period, especially with coronavirus, the rise of coronavirus, and many people blaming the Asians for everything that has happened, it finally got enough attention where at least these streaming services decided to cut the lyric from the song. Okay, now it is also on YouTube, and from what I understand, YouTube refused to take the lyric off. Not sure why, but it's still there from what I understand, and you are still able to listen to that song, you know, uncut. So YG, just for a little while until they was able to get them lyrics off, they took them off all the streaming services, but as of now, he's still available. That song, though, that album is still available on Apple, Spotify, you know, and all the rest of the streaming services. seems that Mona has had an interview or two where she's talking about, you know, her experience being the executive producer of Love and Hip Hop. In the interview, she said a few things that people are side-eyeing. One being that she does not watch Love and Hip Hop. Actually people are side-eyeing that, but I actually believe that might be true, because nobody knows better than Mona the shit that she puts on Love and Hip Hop, or that she approves for Love and Hip Hop, you know, like Mona does. And there may be like a little bit of guilt in there, like, I'm putting this bullshit out for everybody to see, you know, public consumption. Maybe she feels like if she doesn't watch it, then she don't have to know that, you know, some of this shit that you putting out there really ain't helping the greater good. Okay, so she very well might not watch the show. Okay. And then after you've been doing it for so long and so many years, maybe she just feels like, I already know what it's going to be. I mean, we already can see how these shows go now. It don't be no surprises. It's very much a formula. And so she very well could not actually not be watching the show. Another thing that she said in the interview was that she feels like she's treated differently than her male executive producer counterparts who do, you know, who put out the same type of content that she does. And I think that that's probably true as well. You know, when we think about your Carlos King, even though Carlos has been through, you know, he's had some times. And we talk about Andy from Bravo, Andy Cohen. I think that women still are talk bad about women. And not only is she a woman, but she's a black woman. So, I mean, I truly do believe that. If I were going to put them in order, I would say Andy is first, probably. Carlos is probably second when it comes to talking about them in a negative way. And then Mona, bitch. Okay. So, yeah, I mean, some of the things that she said, people, you know, when you really think about it, it's not that far-fetched. But when we say far-fetched, you know, we talking about Love and Hip Hop. Did you guys see that bullshit with, you know, so Mendices gave Yandy a car for her birthday, and it looks like it's like some sort of convertible Rolls or something, or Bentley or something. I didn't really pay attention to what the car was, but it was this big deal, and they probably was recording for some sort of Love and Hip Hop produced show, not sure which one. They say that she is now living in Atlanta. I'm not sure if that's true or not, but supposedly she's living in Atlanta. She's going to be on the Atlanta franchise now, her and Mendices and all that. And that could be possible because we had in the background Spice, who's on the Atlanta franchise, and also Carly Red. And Carly Red, you guys, now get this. You know, Carly has had her plethora of men. Every season she comes and there's another man. All right. Well, this season, lo and behold, guess who is her newest love interest that they are going to be bringing to Love and Hip Hop Atlanta? Oh, Lamar Odom. Child, and like I said, that witch's brew that was piped into his system has had the man still kicking. He done had a couple of women ever since Chloe, you know, nursed him back to health. And yeah, supposedly he's gonna be her love interest on the new season. And when you saw them in the background, you know, he looked very uncomfortable. First of all, the motherfucker's 8'9", and here go Carly, who probably is only like 5'6" or so at the tallest. And so, you know, cause I'm tall too, so I know that a lot of tall people have the habit of kind of hunching over when they know that they are the tallest, they're most conspicuous. You know, I used to hunch down around my friends, not hunch on. Okay, hunch down around my short friends because and then finally I was like, bitch, I'm tall. Okay, motherfucker, back up if you want to get me in the picture. Ain't nobody got time to be doing all this leaning around and doing all this. Get all of the 5'9"-ish. So anyway, he kind of back there, he all hunched over and looking like kind of he don't know what to do, you know. And I was like, Mona, bitch. Girl, you know you doing the most. Putting Lamar Odom on here. But I mean, I guess Lamar said he got to stay relevant. He got to stay paid. You know, we ain't doing, are they still doing that what's the name of the thing that Ice Cube had? Because he was supposed to be playing But I haven't seen, because of COVID, everything kind of got knocked out of whack. So I don't know if he's still playing with that. You know, him and his physical trainer woman, they done broke up. And, you know, Lamar still, you know, Lamar, they say that he says he still smokes, he still drinks, that he just, like Demi Lovato tried to say, you know, California sober. All right. And I'm sure any addict will tell you that when you stop doing drugs and alcohol, you have to continue to stop. You can't still have a little bit here and there. That means you're still partaking. Okay. And because you don't have control over your, you know, you are going to at some point, you're going to continue on. You're not going to be able to stop yourself if the impulse is too strong. So, you know, maybe he still has to support his habit. Like, you know, even though I'm sure Lamar Odom still has money and all, but I don't know why he would be on this show. I mean, he ain't got shit else to do, maybe. Like, oh my God. Now, I can't wait to see what Carly Red's story gonna be now. Okay? I hope he don't allow himself to be vilified on there, you know, because we don't need that. We don't need that. All right? So, here go the Amazon man, and Blue is at the door ready to just kill him. Maybe I'll, let me roll up the window so the man don't know I'm here in the car. Anyway, you guys, yeah, so that's what's going on. A little love and hip hop talk, you know, old Mona bitch trying to pull the wool over our eyes one more damn time. Bitch, you ain't slick. We ain't believing this shit, but I mean, it's the show. I mean, if he say he gonna do it, then what we mad at? Mona said she got a show to put on. Fuck y'all. We will be watching. I want to see what his old tall, lanky, awkward self gonna be doing with that damn stupid ass Carly Red. All right, you guys. So they're saying that Ti&Tiny, there are more accusers that have come out. They have had 3 more women that have added themselves to the already, I think there were 11. I think this will make 11 women now who are coming out and saying that they were sex trafficked by Ti&Tiny, that they were drugged, that they were raped, that they were forced to do these things. It is bad. Okay. Even though we haven't heard much about it, it's still going on. Tyrone Blackburn. Okay. No, it's 14 women. So it was 11 already. The 3 new ones now make it 14. He is the lawyer that is representing them all. And, yeah, it is not looking good for Ti&Tiny. Now, of course, you're only guilty when you're proven guilty in court, and they're going to have their day. Unless maybe, I don't even know if settlement, if monetary settlement is on the board right now. Like, I don't know the statute of limitations, the criminality of what they've done. Are they still being, you know, are they still able to get prosecuted and thrown in jail for these things? You know, considering how long ago it was, supposedly, because it seemed like most of them were at the early 2000s. I could be wrong, but you know, my Rockstar lawyers, the real ones, please, you guys chime in and let me know. I mean, are we talking monetary settlement? Or are we talking about take that ass to jail? It's not good, whatever it is. Now, their attorney, Steve Sadow, he says that these charges are false, and that he has a problem with the fact that these victims all get to put these charges out, but they haven't come out publicly. Like, if you are so big and bad and want to blame Ti&Tiny, then why don't you guys also show your face? Well, they don't have to show their faces. I don't believe they should have to do that. Who wants to be put under scrutiny like that, you know? But of course, people will say, well, if Ti&Tiny are innocent, why should they be thrown to the wolves and then the other people are protected? So I think that's what Steve Sadow is saying as well. But yes, it ain't looking good for Ti&Tiny. I'm surprised that she's doing this versus battle. I won't be surprised if she's pretty quiet. And that versus battle actually is coming up this weekend, I believe. It's coming up soon, you guys. Who y'all got on that versus too? SWV, Escape, SWV here. All right, you guys, let's talk about that dumb ass PaulPierce real quick, because I got to get back to work. I'm telling you, something is wrong with PaulPierce. He ain't never really had good sense. I was actually surprised when they hired him on as a correspondence, you know, a sports correspondent for ESPN, because he has said stupid things over the years. I'm talking about when he was playing at Boston as a Celtic. You guys remember him? He was like banging on the court and saying that he was a blood, you know, from Inglewood because he went to Inglewood High, and then it turned out that he really wasn't. You know, maybe he had. I mean, everybody in LA knows somebody that's a gangbanger. You know, just because I've live around them, and some of my friends might be them, that does not make me a gang member. I kind of think that's what PaulPierce was going through, but you know, he was trying to make himself look like something. So anyway, yeah, PaulPierce has said stupid things. Remember, recently he's talked about LeBron James not being like one of the top players of the NBA. Child, anyway, he say stupid shit all the time. Okay? Now, he also has done some stupid things, and this one here has lost him his job. Now, he done had a night where he had his homeboys at the house, evidently, and they was, you know, smoking cigars and playing cards and dominoes or whatever they was doing. They had a house full of strippers over there. I'm talking about some old lackadaisical, you know, some old wishy-washy flim-flam strippers. Look like they couldn't twerk to save their fucking life. I bet you look like me, okay? You 22 years old. Child, they had them damn strippers over there, girl. Them girls was in the background, and they was doing some old flicked-ass twerk. Okay, the men didn't even look impressed. They was throwing potato chips at the women. I mean, it was a fucking mess. And the video was like 15 minutes long. Not that long, but long enough for ESPN to be like, oh, nah, bitch, you got to go. They probably been looking for a reason to get rid of PaulPierce. You know, he probably was stuck in some damn contract they couldn't. And honey, he gave him a reason for sure. Now, ESPN, sports agency, people are like, maybe they shouldn't care that much. But you know what? ESPN is owned by Disney. Disney, okay? You have got to know that there's a morality clause in your contract when you work for Disney. All right? You can't be out here wilding with these old flicked-ass strippers, child. What did you think you was doing? You know, and I guess PaulPierce likes to play up this whole bad boy of sports personality. And, yeah, so they was like, no, fool. You not fixing to be up here on Sundays talking about the basketball game, and then on Tuesday night, you with your homeboys with old funky booty-ass strippers. So they let him go. Of course, PaulPierce tried to act like he didn't care. You know, he posted a few videos of him laughing with a cigar in his mouth, you know, then got up there. He's like, you know what? It's all the way up, baby. You know, you got to keep moving, baby. You know, this ain't nothing. You know, when you fall down 10 times, you get up 11 times. You know, I got this. You know, it's nothing but up, nothing but good things coming from this baby. I said, nigga, you can say baby all the times you want to. We know you hurting inside. We know you crying. That's he lost like 4 jobs with ESPN fucking around with them damn girls. So it was just like, what is wrong with you, fool? My brother said, did you see what PaulPierce did? And I was like, no. I said, I heard about it though. And he just sent me the video, and I watched that video, and I was like, he has got to be the stupidest, okay? So he can act like he don't care all he want. You know, once you get past that, you know, oh, no, you know, nothing like water off a duck's back. Once he get past that nigga gonna be like, damn, I'm out of a job. So I can't with PaulPierce. This nigga is stupid. That's all. He just stupid, y'all. All right, I guess I can give y'all a follow-up on Tiger Woods. So you guys know he had that accident in Palos Verdes? Yeah, Palos Verdes in, you know, like the hills of Torrance in California. And he got fucked up, messed up his legs, shattered the bones. They put a rod in there, all that. Now the report has come out that he was going 87 miles per hour on this street where the speed limit is 45 miles per hour. Remember, he was rushing to get to a shoot. He had a shoot that he was doing with some channel, and he was trying to get there. He was late. They said that there was no alcohol, no drugs involved, so we don't have to worry about that. However, yes, he was speeding down the way, lost control of the car. I mean, full airborne, went through the trees, flipped over, all that. They're saying that they're not charging Tiger Woods with anything because there were no cameras, there's no police there were no witnesses. They're just strictly going by what they can, can assume from the skid marks and the study of the distance of the car and from when he first braked or whatever. Now, when they say there's no special, I was just like, that's a lie. I mean, it seems like even the average person would have at least gotten a speeding ticket. They won't even give them a speeding ticket, because it's the old adage as far as the police department is concerned. If a tree falls down in the woods and nobody is there to hear it, then did it really make a sound? Well, I guess it's the same for them. I mean, if he goes flying airborne in his car, flipped over and all that, I mean, did it really happen if nobody was there to see it? All right, well, it did happen because he shattered his leg as proof. But yeah, they said they're not giving him no ticket. It's all good. We're not going to charge him. It's just, it was an accident. I mean, I guess. I ain't trying to get the man in trouble or nothing, but I'm just saying, y'all know y'all showing some favoritism. And then lastly, you guys, we'll end the videos on a positive note. Congratulations are in order to Jeezy and Jeannie Mai. Now, you guys know they have been engaged for a little while now, and now it turns out that they surprised us and got married. We saw the pictures. They looked beautiful. Okay, she looked very pretty. He had on a dusty pink rose suit with black trim. He looked really good. She looks really nice. I'm happy for him. Okay. And I wasn't sure if they was going to be tying a knot soon. I mean, it seemed like he was truly like in love and wanted to be with her, but then he said something recently about having a long engagement or something. I was like, girl, don't let this nigga get to saying that it's long engagement and all that. But no, maybe that was just a red herring to throw us off, and that these two did tie the knot. I will not be surprised if Jeannie Mai, whatever her last name is, or middle name or whatever. I wouldn't be surprised if she does end up pregnant. Remember, she was saying she didn't want any kids. Of course, that was with her first husband. I think that love hit a little differently with Jeezy. So yeah, I bet you, I'll put some money on it that she's going to end up pregnant, you guys. What y'all think? What y'all want to bet me? Anyway, you guys, congratulations to the happy couple. That is it. We do this every single week, so make sure that you rate, comment, and subscribe, and make sure you come back. Until next time, Roxstars. Bye.